Alex Morgan walked through the bustling corridors of the Andromeda Research Station with a notebook in hand, humming softly. The station was alive with the sounds of interstellar travel, the distant hum of engines, the chatter of alien languages, and the occasional announcement in a metallic, echoing voice. Humans were rare here. Alex often felt like a small ripple in an ocean of strange creatures, each more fascinating than the last. But that day, something felt different. The research bay was filled with alien plants, some glowing softly, others pulsing with a rhythm that seemed almost alive. Alex had spent years studying these kinds of life forms. Humans were known for their curiosity, their drive to explore the unknown, and Alex carried that curiosity like a lantern, always lighting the corners of the galaxy that no one else had dared to enter. As Alex examined a plant that had iridescent petals folding and unfolding like breathing wings, a sudden shiver ran down their spine. The air seemed to shimmer, and the soft glow of the plants bent strangely as if reacting to something, or someone. Turning slowly, Alex froze. There, in the doorway, stood a being unlike any Alex had ever seen. She was tall, taller than any human, with a slender, elegant form that moved like water. Her skin was a deep silver, reflecting the soft lights of the research bay, and her eyes, Alex could barely describe them, were deep pools of color that seemed to shift depending on her mood. And then there were her arms, long and graceful, stretching outward as she approached. Alex's heart raced. The being moved with purpose, yet there was a softness to her steps, like she was gliding rather than walking. And then she spoke, her voice smooth and melodic, echoing in a way that seemed to touch the very walls. "You are human," she said, almost a statement, almost a question. Alex swallowed hard. "Yes, I'm Alex. Human. And you are?" She tilted her head, studying Alex carefully. "I am the Queen," she said simply. Her voice carried weight, not with aggression, but with authority that made Alex feel both small and significant at the same time. "And you fascinate me." Alex blinked. Fascinate? That was not something they were used to hearing. Most beings here barely noticed humans. But this queen, whatever she was staring at Alex as if they held the answer to some great mystery. Before Alex could ask another question, she did something completely unexpected. The queen stepped closer and gently wrapped her arms around Alex. It was not tight, not threatening, just enveloping. The warmth was unlike anything Alex had felt from a being not human. And then she whispered softly, "You're mine. My human." Alex froze, panic rising at the words. "Wait, what do you mean?" they asked, their voice trembling. The queen pulled back slightly, just enough to let Alex see her face. She smiled, a gesture so serene it seemed to glow. "I do not mean ownership as you think. Mine is honor. Humans are rare. Your kind is extraordinary, and I wish to know you, to protect you, to learn from you." Alex blinked. Honor, protect, learn. That was different. And somehow, despite the strangeness of the moment, Alex felt a spark of curiosity. Humans were always learning, always discovering, always seeking connections. Perhaps that was why the queen had been drawn to them. I don't understand," Alex admitted, taking a cautious step back. "Why me? Why humans?" The queen's eyes softened. "Your species is unique. You are resilient, creative, and capable of emotions even my kind struggles to comprehend. You think with logic, but you feel with depth. You laugh, you cry, you imagine. These things are rare among the stars." Alex's heart fluttered. No alien had ever said anything like this. Most had looked at humans as fragile or amusing. But the queen spoke with admiration. Humans were known for their adaptability, their ingenuity, their ability to survive against odds that seemed impossible. And somehow this being had noticed. The Queen extended her hand, delicate yet commanding. "Come with me. I wish to show you my world." Alex hesitated. Curiosity warred with caution. But in the end, human curiosity always won. Taking a deep breath, they placed their hand in hers. It was warm, almost comforting, and a shiver of anticipation ran through Alex's spine. The world outside the research bay was unlike anything Alex had imagined. The Queen's ship was a living structure, shaped like a crescent moon and glowing faintly with bioluminescent patterns. The walls seemed to pulse with life, and the floors shifted slightly beneath their feet, responding to each step. The air carried a faint scent, a combination of flowers and something metallic, alive. Alex's eyes widened. This is amazing. It feels alive." The Queen smiled. "It is alive. My ship is part of my people. It feels, it senses, it thinks. And now, it senses you." As they moved deeper into the ship, Alex noticed that the walls were covered in strange patterns that seemed to move when observed closely. Colors shifted with mood. Light bent in ways that made the space feel infinite. It was beautiful, overwhelming, and somehow inviting. "You humans have something remarkable," the Queen said as they walked. "Your minds see possibilities that others cannot. You feel emotions with a richness we can only study but rarely experience. And your spirit? It is unyielding." Alex smiled, feeling a mix of pride and nervousness. Humans had always been survivors, explorers, and creators. They had built civilizations, created art, told stories that traveled across generations. Maybe that was what made them special. Maybe that was what the Queen saw. "Why me, though?" Alex asked again, unable to stop themselves. "There are billions of humans. Why choose one?" The Queen's gaze softened. "Not one. Yet. But every human carries potential. You were the first to encounter me without fear, without arrogance. You are honest in your curiosity, and your kindness is rare. That is why I am drawn to you." Alex felt a warmth spread through their chest. Humans were often underestimated, their strengths overlooked. But here, among the stars, they were seen, truly seen. They reached a balcony overlooking the stars. The entire galaxy spread before them like a living painting. Alex gasped. "It's beautiful." The Queen placed her hand on Alex's shoulder, gentle and grounding. "And you are part of it now. You will see wonders that no human has seen before. You will teach us, and perhaps we will teach you." Alex laughed softly, the sound a little nervous, a little awed. "I think I would like that. I want to learn. I want to understand." The Queen's eyes sparkled, a reflection of the stars beyond. "And I will be here, watching, guiding, learning alongside you." For the first time in Alex's life, they felt completely seen, completely understood, not as a human among aliens, but as a unique being in the vast universe. And somehow, that made them feel powerful. As the ship drifted silently through the stars, Alex realized that this was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast, full of unknown wonders. And now, a Queen had taken notice of them, not as prey, not as a curiosity, but as something remarkable, something human. And in that moment, Alex knew that being human was enough. That curiosity, courage, creativity, and kindness, the things that made them human, were gifts that could shine across the stars. The Queen leaned slightly closer and whispered again, softly, "You're mine, my human." But this time, Alex understood. It was not possession, not ownership. It was recognition, admiration, respect. The ship hummed softly beneath Alex's feet as they walked beside the Queen. Every step felt alive, like the floor itself was aware of their presence. Alex had expected alien ships to be cold and mechanical, full of blinking lights and metal walls. But this was different. The ship was organic, almost like it had grown around them. breathing with a rhythm that matched the stars outside. Alex glanced at the Queen. She moved with grace, every motion elegant and precise. Her eyes held a quiet curiosity, almost childlike, as she watched Alex take in every detail. "You are amazed," she said softly, her voice carrying a musical cadence that made the words linger in the air. Yes," Alex admitted. "I've never seen anything like this. It feels alive. It feels connected." The Queen's lips curved into a small smile. "It is alive. My people are connected to our ships in ways you will learn. The ship feels. Our thoughts senses our emotions, and now it senses yours." Alex's heart skipped a beat. "It can feel me?" "Not in the way you feel each other," she explained. "But it can sense your essence, your curiosity, your heart, your human uniqueness." Alex took a cautious step closer to the balcony that overlooked the galaxy. The stars stretched endlessly, glittering like diamonds on black silk. "I always thought humans were small, insignificant in this vast universe," Alex confessed. "But now I'm beginning to see that maybe we're more than that." The Queen reached out, placing her hand gently on Alex's. "Humans are remarkable, because you are small yet capable of so much. You survive, you create, you feel, and you inspire. You are rare, and that is why I am drawn to you." Alex felt warmth spread through their chest. Humans were often underestimated, seen as weak or fragile. But here, something, truly recognized their value. The Queen led Alex deeper into the ship. The walls seemed to shimmer with flowing patterns, colors shifting like living paint. Alex reached out to touch one, and it rippled beneath their fingers, almost like water. "It responds to touch," Alex murmured. "It's amazing." "Yes," the Queen said. "It responds to touch, to thought, to emotion. My ship is a living being, but it has learned to trust humans through you. You are special." Alex laughed softly. "I'm just curious, I guess. That's all humans ever are." The Queen's eyes sparkled with amusement. "Curiosity is not just all humans ever are. It is a strength. You look at the unknown, and you do not fear it. You study it, understand it, and sometimes change it. That is rare among the stars." As they moved through the ship, Alex noticed chambers filled with strange devices and alien flora. One room was bathed in a soft blue glow, with delicate plants that seemed to hum softly. Alex knelt beside one, examining its translucent petals. They're like flowers, but they move," Alex whispered. "They are sentient," the Queen explained. "They communicate with the ship and with each other, and now they can sense you. They are curious, as I am." Alex smiled. "So, you are not the only one fascinated by humans." The Queen tilted her head, considering. "No, my people have always admired humans from afar, but few have had the chance to know one as closely. You are different. You engage, you learn, you understand, you inspire." Alex felt a mixture of pride and disbelief. To be admired by a being so advanced, so wise, it was overwhelming. "Inspire? Me?" Alex asked softly. "Yes," the Queen replied. "Humans inspire because you show what is possible when heart and mind work together. You see beyond what is logical. You create beauty from chaos. You care for each other even when it is difficult. That is extraordinary." They reached a wide chamber filled with floating spheres of light. Each orb pulsed gently, responding to their movements. The Queen gestured for Alex to step inside. Hesitant at first, Alex did, and as they did, the orbs shifted, forming patterns that mirrored Alex's emotions. Alex gasped. It's reflecting me." "Exactly," the Queen said. "The ship learns from those who enter it. You teach it just by being yourself." Alex realized something profound. The Queen's admiration was not just for them as an individual, but for what they represented, all of humanity. Humans had the power to influence, to inspire, to create understanding across the stars. And here, on this ship, their presence was literally changing the environment. The Queen reached out and lightly touched Alex's shoulder. I wish for you to see more of my world, not as a guest but as a partner. Humans have much to teach us, just as we may teach you. Alex felt their heart pound. A partner? Yes, the Queen said, her voice calm but firm. Not ownership, not possession. A bond of respect, trust, and learning. You are mine, in the sense that I protect you and honor your humanity. Alex took a deep breath, trying to absorb the enormity of her words. Humans had always been explorers, always reaching beyond their limits. And now Alex realized that same drive, curiosity, courage, and creativity had drawn the Queen's attention. As they continued to explore, the Queen showed Alex a room filled with holographic representations of galaxies, planets, and civilizations. Each projection shimmered with life, some depicting worlds humans could barely imagine. Humans think small, the Queen said, but your minds are capable of seeing patterns, making connections, imagining futures. That is why you are special. You do not just survive, you envision possibilities. Alex moved closer to the holograms, studying the shapes of alien cities, the architecture of planets, the flowing rivers of strange worlds. I never thought humans could be this important, Alex admitted. We're just curious, I guess. That's all we ever wanted, to explore, to learn, to understand. And that is why you matter, the Queen said, because your curiosity is not limited by fear. You look at the unknown and see opportunity, beauty, and connection. That is rare. That is worthy of admiration. Alex felt a warmth in their chest, a feeling of pride unlike anything they had experienced before. Humans were often overlooked, dismissed as fragile or insignificant. But here, in this alien ship, their very existence was celebrated. The Queen paused before a window that looked out onto a swirling nebula. Colors of pink, blue, and gold shimmered across the stars, reflected in her silver skin. One day, humans may travel farther than any of my kind. Your courage, your resilience, your imagination, it may shape the galaxy itself. Alex turned to her, awe in their eyes. Do you really think humans can do that? The Queen nodded. I do. And you? Alex are the beginning. Your kind carries potential beyond measure. You will teach, inspire, and guide. And in doing so, you will change not just your world, but countless others. For the first time, Alex felt a deep sense of purpose. Humans had always been underestimated. Yet here they were, standing on the edge of a galaxy, recognized for something far greater than strength or speed. Humans were capable of wonder, of creativity, of connection, and that made them extraordinary. The Queen stepped closer, placing her hand gently on Alex's back. Rest now. You have much to learn, much to see, and I will be here, watching, guiding, learning, alongside you. Alex nodded, feeling a mixture of exhaustion and exhilaration. The ship hummed around them, alive and aware, and as they lay down in a chamber that seemed to cradle them like a living being, Alex realized something remarkable. They were no longer just a human in a vast, indifferent universe. They were part of something bigger, something alive, something that valued their humanity. And as they drifted into a light, dreamless sleep, Alex understood the truth of the Queen's words. You're mine, my human. It was not possession. It was recognition, admiration, and respect. And in that recognition, Alex found a new sense of strength, human strength, that no alien could ever take away. The galaxy stretched endlessly, outside, full of unknown wonders. And for the first time, Alex felt ready to explore it, not as a visitor, but as a human capable of leaving a mark on the stars. The next morning, Alex woke to the gentle hum of the Queen's ship. The walls pulsed with soft light, and the air carried a faint fragrance, almost floral, but distinctly alien. It was unlike any morning Alex had ever experienced on Earth. Here, the world itself seemed alive, aware, and ready to teach. The Queen entered the chamber with her usual calm grace. "Good morning, my human," she said, her melodic voice filling the room. "Today you will meet my people." Alex sat up, blinking. "Your people? Are they going to be friendly?" The Queen tilted her head slightly, a gesture that conveyed both curiosity and amusement. "Friendly? Yes, but also cautious. Humans are rare. Many of my kind do not understand you. Today you will show them why humans are worth knowing." Alex swallowed hard. The thought of facing an entire alien society was intimidating. Humans had always been clever, adaptable, and resilient, but being judged by beings so different, so advanced, it felt overwhelming. Yet beneath the fear, there was curiosity. The same curiosity that had brought Alex to the stars. The Queen guided Alex through corridors that shifted with their emotions. Patterns of light danced along the walls, responding to their steps and gestures. Alex marveled at the living architecture, every inch of the ship reflecting the intelligence of the Queen's people. Finally, they arrived at a grand chamber. It was circular, with a domed ceiling that displayed the swirling galaxies beyond. Dozens of beings waited inside, each unique in appearance, some with elongated limbs, others with translucent skin that shimmered like water. All eyes turned toward Alex. The Queen raised her hands and a soft chime filled the chamber. "These are my council," she explained. "They govern, guide, and protect our people, and today they will meet a human, a being unlike any we have known closely." Alex felt their heart pound. This was it, the moment to show that humans were not fragile, not unremarkable. Humans were clever, adaptable, and capable of surprising the universe with their ingenuity. The council remained silent, observing Alex with expressions that were difficult to read. One of the beings stepped forward, a tall figure with eyes that glowed faintly. "Why should we value a human?" it asked, its voice low and resonant. "They are small, weak, and ill-suited for our world." Alex took a deep breath. Humans were underestimated all the time. But they had something no other species had: curiosity, imagination, and a heart capable of empathy. "We may be small," Alex began, "but humans see possibilities. We solve problems in ways others might never imagine. We create, we learn, we adapt, and we care for each other, for the world around us, for life itself." The council murmured, among themselves, intrigued but skeptical. Another member stepped forward. "Words are easy. Show us your value." Alex nodded. "Of course." The Queen gestured toward a holographic display at the center of the chamber. A complex environmental problem was projected, a planet struggling to maintain its atmosphere with unstable energy fields threatening its inhabitants. Alex studied the holograms carefully. Humans were known for combining logic and intuition. Alex began manipulating the projections, adjusting variables not just logically, but creatively. They observed patterns others might miss, made connections between unrelated factors, and devised a solution that balanced energy distribution while stabilizing the atmosphere. The council watched in stunned silence as the problem was resolved. The unstable energy field stabilized, the planet's surface began to glow with renewed life, and the holographic projections of its inhabitants cheered with relief. The tall figure who had questioned Alex stepped back, its eyes wide. "How did you do that?" it asked, genuinely curious. Alex smiled, feeling a rush of pride. "Humans see patterns and possibilities. We use creativity and empathy together. We don't just calculate, we imagine. That is how we solve problems." The Queen's eyes glowed softly. "You see, my human is extraordinary. Their mind combines logic and heart, intuition and creativity. That is rare, and it is what makes humans remarkable." Another council member stepped forward, her translucent skin shimmering. "So, humans can teach us? Guide us in ways we cannot?" Alex nodded. "Yes, we have much to share, just as we have much to learn. But our value is not in strength or size. It is in thought and connection, in curiosity and heart. The chamber fell silent. The council members exchanged glances, their skepticism slowly transforming into understanding. Humans were not the weak creatures some believed. They were observers, learners, and problem solvers. They were capable of inspiring others with ideas, empathy, and creativity. The Queen placed a hand on Alex's shoulder. "You have done well," she said softly. "You have shown them the truth of humans, not by force, not by words alone, but by demonstrating your unique gifts." Alex felt a warmth in their chest. Humans were often overlooked, their strengths underestimated. But here, in this chamber among the stars, their value was seen, recognized, and celebrated. The council stepped back, nodding in unison. "Your species is remarkable," one of them admitted. "We have much to learn from you." Alex smiled. "And we have much to learn from you too," they replied. "That is what makes this universe exciting. The chance to grow together, to understand each other, to explore." The Queen's eyes sparkled with pride. "Indeed, and you, my human, are leading the way." After the council meeting, Alex and the Queen walked along a balcony overlooking a nebula. The colors swirled and danced, reflecting in the Queen's silver skin. "You did well today," the Queen said, her voice soft but filled with admiration, not just in solving the problem but in showing the council the value of humans. Alex shook their head, still processing the experience. "I just did what humans always do. We look, we think, we try to understand. I didn't realize it could mean so much." The Queen smiled gently. "That is the essence of your species. You underestimate yourselves, yet your potential is limitless. Your curiosity, your empathy, your courage, it inspires all who witness it." Alex felt a swell of pride. Humans were not perfect. They had flaws, fears, and limitations. But their uniqueness lay in their ability to overcome, to adapt, to imagine. And now, the Queen had not only recognized it, but celebrated it. Will they trust humans?" Alex asked, glancing toward the chamber where the council had been. "They already do," the Queen replied. "You have shown them that humans are not weak, that humans are not small in spirit, that humans have something rare, something precious." Alex nodded slowly, feeling a deep sense of purpose. Humans had always been explorers, seekers of knowledge. And now, among the stars, that same drive, curiosity, empathy, creativity, was being recognized and valued. The Queen leaned closer, her eyes reflecting the swirling nebula outside. "You are mine, my human," she whispered again. "Not in possession, but in admiration. Not in control, but in honor. And in that, you will find your strength." Alex smiled, understanding fully this time. To be seen, to be recognized, to be valued for what made them human, this was more than power. This was connection, purpose, and inspiration. The ship drifted silently through the galaxy, moving past shimmering stars and swirling nebulae. The soft hum of the living structure beneath Alex's feet was a constant reminder that they were inside a being, not just a vessel. Every corridor, every chamber responded to the presence of life, bending slightly with emotion and thought. Alex had grown used to the sensation, but it never ceased to amaze them. The Queen moved beside Alex, her silver skin reflecting the soft lights of the ship. Today was different. The Queen had invited Alex to participate in a project that would mark the beginning of a new chapter in human-alien relations. Alex felt a flutter of excitement and nervousness. They had come far since the first day, but now the stakes felt higher. "We will create something together," the Queen explained, her voice melodic and calm. "A legacy of cooperation, a symbol of what humans and my people can achieve when we combine our strengths." Alex nodded, curiosity and anticipation sparkling in their eyes. "A legacy? What kind of legacy?" The Queen gestured to a wide observation deck. From here, the galaxy stretched infinitely, stars twinkling in every direction. We will design a program to share knowledge, culture, and ideas. Humans will teach us about creativity, adaptability, humor, empathy. We will share our technologies, our ways of seeing the universe. Together we will grow. Alex's heart leapt. Humans had always valued knowledge, exploration, and connection. And now, that spirit would reach across the stars. I would love to help, Alex said softly. It sounds amazing. The Queen's eyes shone. It is amazing. But it will require patience, understanding, and the courage to teach others who may not see the world as you do. Alex smiled, remembering the council meeting and the skepticism of the alien beings. Humans were used to being underestimated. They thrived on challenges, adapting and finding new ways to succeed. I think humans can handle it, Alex said confidently. The Queen nodded. Indeed. Come, let us begin. The first step was to introduce human creativity to the ship. The Queen led Alex to a chamber filled with blank floating panels that responded to thought and emotion. Alex realized these were not merely screens. They were alive, ready to reflect ideas and feelings in ways no human technology could replicate. Alex picked up a small stylus-like tool and began to draw. At first, it was simple shapes, circles, lines, patterns, but as Alex's confidence grew, so did the designs. Colors flowed across the panels, shifting and blending in response to thought and movement. The panels pulsed with life, almost as if they were dancing to Alex's imagination. The Queen watched quietly, fascinated. Humans are remarkable, she said. Your imagination is not bound by logic alone. You create beauty that inspires even the ship. Alex blushed slightly, unused to such praise. I'm just sharing what I see in my mind, Alex admitted. I never thought it could affect anything like this. The Queen smiled softly. That is exactly why humans are extraordinary. Your ideas, your emotions, your creativity. They ripple outward, touching everything around you. You inspire even without trying. Encouraged, Alex began teaching the ship's other systems, flora, holographic devices, and energy flows, how to respond to human creativity. Slowly, the living ship began to shimmer with new colors, patterns, and harmonies. It was no longer just a vessel. It had become a canvas for human imagination, a living testament to the power of collaboration. Hours passed, and Alex felt a deep sense of fulfillment. Humans had always left their mark on the world through art, stories, music, and invention. Now, they were leaving a mark on the galaxy itself. The Queen guided Alex to another chamber, one that seemed to pulse with stored memories and histories. Here, humans will teach empathy, she said. Not through technology, not through calculations, but through stories, songs, and understanding of the heart. Your species excels at this, and my people will learn much from it. Alex nodded. Humans had always communicated through stories. They shared lessons, dreams, and emotions through narrative, creating connections across time and space. I can help with that, Alex said softly. We'll show them how humans understand each other, how we care, how we imagine life beyond ourselves. Together, Alex and the Queen began a series of lessons. They shared stories of Earth, of laughter, challenges, friendship, and triumph. They explained how humans approached problems, how they found solutions through creativity and cooperation. The aliens listened intently, their eyes glowing softly as they absorbed each word. The Queen observed closely, her expression filled with pride. You see, my human, she said, your species is not just clever or strong. You teach through connection, through empathy. That is why humans are rare, why they are extraordinary. Alex felt a warmth in their chest. Humans were often underestimated, but here, their strengths were recognized and celebrated. They realized that being human, curious, creative, empathetic, was a gift that could resonate across the stars. As the lessons continued, Alex noticed changes in the ship. The walls shimmered with colors that had never been seen before. Lights danced in new patterns, and the very air seemed richer, fuller, alive with learning. The Queen's people were beginning to understand humans, not just as a species, but as a force of inspiration and creativity. The Queen led Alex to a quiet balcony overlooking a distant cluster of stars. "You are doing more than teaching," she said softly. "You are creating a legacy. Humans leave traces of themselves wherever they go, not through conquest, but through inspiration. That is your gift." Alex gazed at the stars, feeling a profound sense of purpose. Humans had always sought to explore, to understand, to connect. And now, they were doing so on a galactic scale. "I never thought of it that way," Alex admitted. "I always thought humans were small, insignificant. But maybe we have more power than we realize." The Queen smiled, her gaze warm and unwavering. "Power is not measured by strength or size. Power is measured by influence, by the ability to inspire, to teach, to change the world without harming it. That is your strength, Alex. That is what makes humans extraordinary." Alex felt a surge of pride. Humans had always faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and found ways to thrive. And now, their influence reached beyond Earth, touching lives, minds, and hearts across the galaxy. The Queen leaned closer, her hand brushing Alex's shoulder in a gesture of gentle reassurance. "You are mine, my human," she whispered. "Not as a possession, but as someone I honor, admire, and trust. And together we will build something that lasts beyond lifetimes, beyond stars." Alex smiled, understanding fully. The Queen's words were not about control or ownership, they were about respect, partnership, and recognition. To be admired for what made them human was a gift unlike any other. As the day passed, Alex and the Queen worked tirelessly, creating lessons, sharing ideas, and inspiring the ship's systems. Each moment reinforced a truth Alex had always known deep down. Humans had something unique, something powerful, something worth celebrating. And as the ship sailed silently through the stars, carrying knowledge, creativity, and empathy across the galaxy, Alex realized that they were not just a visitor here. They were part of a larger story. A story of humans leaving a mark on the universe through curiosity, imagination, and heart. By nightfall, the observation deck was filled with shimmering lights and gentle hums, a testament to the partnership between human and alien, mind and heart, creativity and life. Alex stood beside the Queen, gazing at the galaxy, feeling a sense of fulfillment deeper than anything they had known on Earth. "You've done well today," the Queen said softly, her eyes reflecting the stars. "Humans are rare, Alex, but you have shown my people why they are extraordinary, and together we will continue this journey." Alex nodded, feeling both proud and humbled. Humans were not perfect, but they had something that no technology, no alien species could replicate: imagination, empathy, curiosity, and the ability to inspire. That was their legacy, and now it stretched across the stars. The Queen's hand rested lightly on Alex's back, a gesture of partnership and admiration. "You're mine, my human," she whispered once more. And this time, Alex did not flinch. They understood. To be human was enough. To be recognized for humanity was everything. Alex Morgan stood at the observation deck of the Queen's ship, gazing at the endless expanse of the galaxy. Stars shimmered like diamonds, scattered across black silk, and swirling nebulae painted the darkness with brilliant colors. After weeks of learning, teaching, and exploring alongside the Queen, Alex felt a sense of purpose deeper than anything they had ever known on Earth. The Queen glided silently beside Alex, her silver skin reflecting the stars. "Today," she said softly, "we embark on a new journey, one that will carry humans farther than any of my people have gone before." Alex's heart skipped a beat. "Farther? You mean beyond this galaxy?" "Yes," the Queen replied. "We will visit worlds that have never seen a human. We will teach, share, and inspire. Your species has something rare: curiosity, empathy, creativity. It is time for others to witness it." Alex felt both excitement and nervousness. Humans had always explored, always adapted, but this was different. This was not about survival. It was about leaving a mark on the universe through intellect, heart, and imagination. The ship shifted beneath them, responding to their combined thoughts. It was alive, and it seemed to sense Alex's determination. The Queen extended her hand. Come, let us begin. As they traveled to distant star systems, Alex was amazed at how the galaxy seemed to respond to humans. In one world, a planet, with glowing oceans and floating islands, the inhabitants had never encountered a human before. They observed Alex with curiosity and caution, but Alex smiled, offered gestures of peace, and began to communicate through drawings, music, and stories. The aliens watched in awe as Alex shared tales of human resilience, creativity, and empathy. Alex demonstrated simple problem-solving methods that used observation and intuition rather than brute force or complex machinery. Slowly, the aliens began to imitate, adapt, and create alongside Alex. They laughed, shared ideas, and celebrated small successes together. The Queen observed quietly, her pride evident. Humans are extraordinary, she whispered. Even in places where they are unknown, your presence inspires growth, understanding, and connection. Alex nodded. We don't do it to impress, they said softly. We do it because that's what humans do. We connect, we create, we care. And that was exactly what the aliens were learning. Humans were not just a species, they were a living example of curiosity, creativity, and empathy, spreading influence not through fear, but through inspiration. On another planet, a world of forests taller than the tallest buildings on Earth, Alex introduced a concept of collaboration. The inhabitants had always worked individually, believing teamwork was inefficient. Alex shared how humans combined different strengths to solve problems, and how trust and empathy could create incredible results. Slowly, the aliens began to experiment with collaboration, guided by Alex's gentle encouragement. The results were astounding. Communities began to thrive in ways they never had before. Rivers were redirected to nurture forests. Technology was shared to improve life for all. And even the youngest of the alien inhabitants contributed ideas that were valued by the elders. Humans had shown them that thinking together, caring together, imagining together could change the world. The Queen took Alex aside during one of their travels. Do you see? She asked. Your species is rare not because of strength or power, but because of heart and mind. You are my human. And yet, you belong to no one but yourself. You are free, and yet you inspire all who witness your spirit. Alex smiled, understanding fully now the meaning of the Queen's earlier words. Being mine was not about control. It was about admiration, trust, and partnership. And in that recognition, Alex found a strength that no being in the galaxy could take away. Over time, Alex became known as the first human ambassador to the Queen's species. Everywhere they traveled, humans were no longer seen as fragile or insignificant. Instead, they were celebrated for their ability to adapt, inspire, and create meaningful connections. Alex's stories, methods, and empathy left lasting impressions. On every world they visited. One evening, while observing a binary star system from the deck of the ship, Alex reflected on the journey. Humans had always reached for the stars, but now they were leaving more than footprints. They were leaving understanding, creativity, and hope. It was a legacy built not on conquest, but on heart. The Queen appeared beside Alex, her gaze gentle. You have done well, my human, she said. You have shown the galaxy what humans are capable of. You have taught us that curiosity, empathy, and creativity can shape civilizations. Alex looked at her, gratitude in their eyes. I didn't do it alone, Alex said. Your guidance, your trust, it made this possible. And the Queen's people, all those who listened and learned, it was a team. Humans alone are remarkable, but together with others, we can do even more. The Queen smiled, a soft glow radiating from her form. That is precisely why I chose you. Not because you are the strongest, fastest, or most skilled, but because you are human, curious, creative, resilient, and compassionate. You embody what my people admire most about your species. As the ship continued its journey, Alex wrote messages to Earth, describing the wonders of the galaxy, the lessons they had shared, and the connections humans had made across species and worlds. The stories emphasized one truth: humans were rare and extraordinary, not because of strength, not because of technology, but because of heart, mind, and spirit. Everywhere they traveled, humans inspired change. A small colony of insectoid aliens learned to communicate more openly, creating communities built on understanding. A water-based species discovered ways to use human creativity to design structures that thrived with the tides. Even the smallest beings found ways to adopt human empathy into their daily lives. And through it all, the Queen remained beside Alex, not as a possessor, but as a partner and friend. Together they watched civilizations grow, knowledge spread, and connections deepen. Alex realized that humans' uniqueness was a gift, and sharing it with the galaxy was their greatest adventure. One quiet moment, on a balcony overlooking a vibrant nebula, Alex turned to the Queen. "Do you think humans really can leave a mark on the universe?" The Queen's eyes glowed softly. "They already have. Your presence, your ideas, your heart, it is leaving ripples across countless worlds. Humans may be small in size, but their spirit is vast. You, my human, are proof of that." Alex felt a warmth in their chest. To be human was to be capable of connection, creativity, and inspiration. To be recognized for that uniqueness was a gift beyond measure. "Thank you," Alex whispered. The Queen leaned close, her voice soft. "You're mine, my human, but not as a prisoner or a possession. You are mine in admiration, in trust, in honor. And through that, you shine." Alex smiled, understanding. Completely. Humans had a legacy, not one of domination, but of inspiration, empathy, and ingenuity. And that legacy would ripple across the stars, carried by curiosity, courage, and connection. The galaxy stretched endlessly before them, full of worlds to explore, minds to inspire, and hearts to touch. Alex knew that being human was enough, and that humans could leave marks on the universe no one else could. And as the Queen wrapped her arms gently around Alex, the stars twinkling in the infinite night, Alex realized that the adventure was only beginning. Humans were extraordinary, not because of power or technology, but because of who they were.